Now for our next Senior Vice President promotion. We have a couple that in just under 60 days, just 60 days ago, got involved with the 5 Links opportunity. We knew them prior to 5 Links, myself and the other founders. They were with another company for 11 years. They built an incredible organization that spanned all across the world, not just the United States, but across the world. They said the compensation plan is a work of art. I can't think of anything that I want to see in the comp plan that is not already in it. And the 5 Links philosophy of putting the representative first is very rare in the network marketing industry. Said their greatest accomplishment is breaking the 5 Links record, the Senior Vice President. And one of the most difficult obstacles they've had to overcome was the emotional adjustment of starting all over. But Steve says he truly sees the long-term financial security with 5 Links. Steve and his wife Pasha have 2 beautiful little children, 2 little girls. Their oldest daughter is 2, and their youngest daughter is 5 months old. Steve says the 3 of them are the reason I work so hard. His greatest inspiration is his family. He said it's been far too long to even think about quitting. He says you must believe in yourself, don't ever quit, and remember the computer is who promotes you, so you can achieve whatever you want in this business. He says he views all successful people as his personal mentors, even if he hasn't met them yet. Help me promote to Senior Vice President, recently breaking the 5 Links record of 60 days, then the record was 56 days, and now it's been done in 52 days. Our newest Senior Vice Presidents from Chicago, Illinois, Pasha and Steve Carter. Decided to cheat. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready.
got me thinking that it might be a good idea to take her with me. She's ready to leave. Well, let's go. But I gotta keep it real now, cause on the 1 to 10, she's a certified 20. But that just ain't me. Hey, cause I don't know to take that chance.
All right, good afternoon. How many people are excited? First of all, my wife and I, we want to thank the co-founders. We are very, very blessed to be a part of this company. We really appreciate all three of you. And also, we want to thank God for just putting us in this position. And we also want to thank our entire organization, the VIP Rebellion, everything that we represent. And I want to talk to you just about belief and really, really digging down deep and doing what you need to do to take your family to the next level. Because I want everybody to understand, we've been a part of this industry for about 11 years now. I got started, I was 27 years old, didn't know anything about network marketing, just got invited by a good friend of mine, one of my best friends, and I came out to take a look at what he was so excited about. But many of you know a little bit about what has transpired. We've spent 11 years with a particular company that we just felt toward the end failed us. And the thing that we believe in is if we're going to work hard, we just want to be fairly compensated. And we just want to be able to really feel like what we're laying as a foundation for our family is going to stick. And so we've been through some of the ups and some of the downs because we hit the top position in that company as well. And that was 9 years ago, full-time in the industry. Things were going great. But the thing is, when things start changing, we've got to make decisions that are going to be lifelong decisions that are going to be for the betterment of our family. And so when we started looking around, I ended up getting a phone call from one of my buddies from the other company, and that's Mr. Andre Maronian. And I just want to publicly thank you. But I think that the good Lord has put us in this room for a reason. And I think it's bigger than any of us. We need to understand that we've got a vehicle right now that we could take full advantage of and do some things that have never been done in this entire industry. I think that when you look at just the telecom industry as a whole, everything that it has to offer, we need to look at that as just the byproduct of what's really important to all of us, and that is becoming totally free, not just from a financial standpoint, but just from a spiritual or mental standpoint, where you've relieved all the burdens that usually hold so many people down. And I think that we all need to step up and just become examples of what's possible, because every single one of you can be standing behind this podium accepting the senior vice president position. I believe that if everybody digs down deep, we can all get this done. And I think that the one thing that's always been important to us is for us to lock arms in unity and really stick together and support one another, get each other's back, because we just truly believe that we're not done until all of you are done. We got to get everybody to a point where we become a magnet of success. I think that that's what's missing in the world today, because there are a lot of people that can become successful, but how many people can turn around and pass that blessing on to you? And we've got a vehicle right now that we can do that, and we've got the type of people in this room, whether it's in our organization or whether it's in anyone's organization, which leads me to another point. I want to thank all the leaders of 5 Links for just welcoming us with open arms and making us feel like family. Really want to thank you for that. That was very special for us. That was important to us to just be welcomed in and feel like a part of what you guys had already paved the way and put in place for us to just pick up and run with you. And so we thank you for that. But I just want to leave, and I'm going to pass the mic over to my beautiful wife. but I want to leave everybody with the message that I want you to understand this is bigger than all of us. We've got to all take this very seriously. This is a window of time, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years of us having an opportunity like this to take advantage of. Whatever the time frame is, we've got to give our all, because we've got children that are coming behind us that are believing in us. And we can't tell them one thing and then turn around and quit businesses or do things like that. We've got to be the one where the role models are in the houses. Our children don't need to look past the front door to say, that's my role model. And that's what every single one of us in this room needs to strive to do. So I'm excited. This is just the very beginning. We've got a lot of accolades because we got it done in 52 days, and we appreciate that, but we also know our circumstance was unique, and we came over with an organization. So I don't want anyone to feel if they can't do it this fast that you can't build this business and become one of the leaders at the top. You can do this regardless of the time frame. We put 10 years into the industry, and that's why we're standing here today. So all of you got to dig down, and you can do it, and we'll be the loudest ones cheerleading for every single one of you that crosses the stage as a senior vice president. God bless you. I love you.
Good afternoon. I tell you what, before I even get started, I just want to thank our organization. We have got the best team in the world, and I love each and every one of you. We love you guys. You know, network marketing is interesting because so often you get to stand on the stage and you get all the credit for what everybody else is doing. And I understand that. And that's why we wouldn't be where we are right now if it weren't for you. And for those of you who know our story, you know we've been through a lot the past several months. And I said I wasn't going to cry, but oh well. We've been through a lot. And I got started in this industry when I was 23 years old. I was at a point in my life where I needed something. I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was tired of being broke. I just wanted a way out. And then I wanted to be surrounded by positive people. And we found a company, and we put our heart, our time, our soul, our belief, everything. We worked hard every single day. And yes, we built an organization, and yes, we made some money. But in the end, when we start seeing things change, and we start seeing the leaders in our organization that we wanted so bad to have their success running on a treadmill, it was hard to sleep at night. And when you're fighting for something and you see what the problems are, and all you're asking for is a solution. Just give us a level playing field. We're willing to work hard. We're willing to do whatever it takes. But we just want our people, our organization, to be able to get to the top and achieve their dreams and goals. And when we start seeing things change, we had to make a decision. And it was the toughest thing we've ever had to do after being somewhere for 11 years, because we didn't know if people were going to believe in us, or they thought it was ulterior motives, or why are you leaving, and we preached and talked and, said one thing for so long. And when the smoke cleared and I really started to just research, and I said, we train this in leadership. When things aren't going the way you want them to go, and you feel like you've done everything you can do, at some point, you've got to realize that change is good. Now, change is hard, but change is good. And a lot of the things that we look at, that we go through, that we think are so big, and we put so much energy, what I do is I revert back and I think back to the leaders and the mentors that came before me, and I get my strength from them. I take a look at a Nelson Mandela. and how he was in prison for 27 years, but he was leading people somewhere, and it wasn't easy, and he had to fight every single day just to survive. I would read stories about Harriet Tubman and how she would lead people to freedom through the night, and they would face so many obstacles. Everybody wouldn't make it. They were risking their lives. And I remember one day someone interviewed her, and they said, wow, Harriet, you know, you should be so proud of yourself. You freed 965 slaves, I think it was. And she said, you know, I would have freed thousands more if they knew they were slaves. And the reason why I share these stories with you is because a lot of times we forget those who have paved the way for us to have opportunities like the one that we have today. We get caught up in what we don't want to do. It's difficult to get up and do a home meeting. It's hard to go get that customer. It's scary to talk to that person. But when you look on a bigger scale and you take a look at the leaders like the Dr. Kings of the world, like the people who went out there and they had to risk their lives, risk going to jail, risk all these things in order for each and every one of us to have an opportunity to succeed in life and build our dreams and goals. And the reason why I share that is this business has got to be more than money. It's got to be bigger than just a dream of money. And in closing, I just want to say that our goal is to create thousands of millionaires. And I want you to hear this, not just from a financial standpoint, because when you put the right amount of money in the right people's hands, that's when you change the world. I love you guys.
A-Town down. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hush, hush, hush. Let's go. Let's go. In the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI. Keep it down on the low key. You should know how it feels. I saw the shorty, she was checking up on me. From the game, she was.
Congratulations, Steve and Pasha Carter, new SVPs.